belong. I know who I am within a person. And I still respect y'all at the end of the day.
That's cool.
You know, and some things y'all say are true. Some things I don't agree with.
Like what? What don't you agree with? What?
With the Jesus part.
What about Jesus? What you know about Jesus?
Jesus is not real.
We got the keys to the
anything to me to prove that I'm a Nuwabian.
Because I don't have time to debate with you.
Watch this. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Understood.
But
did that make any sense though? Is that at least true? You said that's how you feel. So we didn't have yokes of iron upon our necks. So we didn't have yokes of iron on that. So is that how I feel, or is that history? Is that real?
That is history.
So am I making things up?
You're not making that part up. No, you're not.
All right, watch this.
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
So we agree somewhere.
Yes,
watch
you
this.
do.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So God said we was going to go into Egypt again. Well, Egypt is synonymous for slavery or bondage. Because the first time we was in Egypt, that's what we did. We served with hard rigor. We served bondage under the Egyptians, okay? Now fast forward to 2024.
But that's not even what they was called first. The white man made that name.
What are you talking about?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
You talking about Egypt?
Yes.
Right, we understand it was the land of Mizraim, okay?
Yes.
You're right. We put his name on everything.
Yes.
You're right, we agree. But read. The point is the bondage that he said, read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He's going to bring us into Egypt or slavery again with ships. Who did that happen to? These are the slave routes that happened to our people. That only happened to us. We were brought into slavery again for the second time, but this time way of ships. We came from the shores of Africa, okay, where Jerusalem derives from, okay? North, East, South, Central America. We were put on ships, okay? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So Moses said, just like I'm telling you it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's what makes a prophecy. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
He said you're not going to see the oppression of the Egyptians back then. You're not going to see that. I'm going to kill them all. The Egyptians are going to be slain by me. But you're not going to have that oppression no more, okay? He said this time, read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said when you get to this new Egypt, the spiritual Egypt, which we can read in Revelations 11 and 8, when we get off those slave ships, read.
For bondmen.
No, read it again. For there.
And thou shalt see it no more again. And there
it says, when you get off those ships, read.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen.
Who did that happen to? When you get off those slave ships, you're going to be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. Because we didn't go in slavery by ourselves. Y'all was there with us. You understand? That's Bible prophecy that only happened to the children of Israel. Right. So we're not all these things. You have to come out of that. You have to come out of that and be retaught, be relearned, okay? God is not accepting the first original man, Asiatic black man, Nuwabian. That's not what he's coming to save. He's not coming to save black people. He's coming to save the Israelites.
That's right.
And you have to.
That's how you feel.
So what do you have to prove?
I don't have to prove anything to no one. Okay. At the end of the day, I know my true history. I know where I belong. I know who I am within a person, and I still respect y'all at the end of the day.
That's cool.
You know, and some things y'all say are true. Some things I don't agree with.
Like what? What don't you agree with?
with the Jesus part.
What about Jesus? What you know about Jesus?
Jesus is not real.
Jesus is not real.
No.
So how
I am God within myself.
So Jesus is not real. What's today's date right now?
Actually, we in the wrong year. This is not even the correct year in the correct
Jesus
date.
not real,
but the date that we are in today is September 7th, 2025, and that's not even a real deal.
Right, we agree. But how does the world base their time off of? A man named Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah, because that's the number one most lie. Like
that's a lie. But we just gave you proof what happened to us.
That's not proof.
I did not read prophecy to you.
You read that, but that don't mean that is true.
What color is Jesus Christ?
He's black.
He's black. So you saying our forefather, our great forefather, you saying he didn't exist?
He didn't exist. The universe exists.
The universe exists.
Yes.
So how were all these things created? Give me Colossians 1 and 15.
Ra. That's who did
Ra?
it. Yes.
Ra just means God, and that's an Egyptian.
God and Son. Yes. The Son.
Sis, that is idolatry. That's that's idolatry. That's what was taught to us when we got when we went to slavery. What's the sun god one?
That's who I am.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Within myself.
Yeah.
You understand?
That Ra, that's Egyptology. You learned those things from your oppressor. Give me Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 30. I'm sorry. Isaiah 30, last one. 31.
Dr. York taught us everything.
Watch this. It's okay. Whether you hear it for bear, sis. You learned that. Look what God.
You didn't grow up being who you are.
I didn't.
Exactly.
Right.
So
but now that
what happened was you got a light bulb popped up and it was like, oh, you know what? This is where I need to be.
But it all lines up though.
And to be honest, everybody lines up.
No. Egyptology, we're not Egyptians. Sis, we do not come. Sis, we are Shemitic people. We do not come out of the line of Ham. Give me the Bible dictionary. But you say you Nubian. Are you African?
I am.
Are you so-called African?
No, I'm not African.
So what is a Nubian? What race do they descend from? Everybody has a race. Don't say that we don't.
You didn't let me finish. I was about to say we basically are, some are Native American, some are American Native. So for me, I did my background and I belong to a tribe right in Mississippi. So
the Native American history does not line up with
Native Americans are not real Indians.
What do you mean by that?
They are the ones that you see on TV.
What do you mean?
It's different. It's different. We are actually American Indians. Native Americans.
First of all, we ain't none of those things.
Well, I am. I'm not saying you are.
The word native, the word Indian means slave.
Okay.
Slaves. That's what they called us. Okay?
Right.
God called those people
right.
The Native Indians from the top of Pad.
But I'm not Native. I'm not Native American Indian. I'm not Native. I know that, but I'm not Native Indian. I'm not Native Indian. I'm American.
118. So this is the Compact Bible Dictionary.
I've seen that before.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Ham was the youngest son of Noah. Noah was the forefather of 3 boys. 3.
Yes, I'm
born probably about 96 years before the flood.
3.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
He was one of 8 persons to live through the flood. Because it was him, his sons, his 3 sons, and their wives. That's 8 people. They lived through the flood. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
What does the word progenitor mean?
You tell me.
The progenitor meaning the forefather of the dark races. No, Ham was these things. He was the forefather of the dark races. But what?
He became the progenitor of the dark races. Not the Negroes.
But not the Negroes. Okay? Ham is not our forefather.
Right.
Read. Watch this.
But the Egyptians.
But he became the progenitor of the Egyptians.
The Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians. What you said when you was yelling across the street.
The Libyans.
The Libyans.
And the Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. That is not our people. Give me Exodus 11 and 7. That is not our people. But hold that Isaiah.
Okay.
Watch.
I gotta go.
Right, that's fine. But you got That's history. Even the scholars know that. They know those black people, damn, they're not Africans. They're not real Africans. They're not Egyptian. Okay? Shem is our forefather, okay? We are Shemitic people. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Watch this.
But against any of the children of Israel,
which you are the children of Israel, which whether you believe it or not, read.
Shall not a dog move his tongue.
God calls these other nations dogs. Any nation outside of Israel, God calls them dogs. Shall not a dog, what?
Move his tongue.
They're not supposed to speak against us. Read.
Against man or beast.
Against our men or beasts, our animals. Read.
That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians.
He puts a difference, sis. Just because we black, we're not the same people.
I already know.
Read.
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
And Israel. There's a difference between us.
Yes, it is.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.